Some really exciting news regarding the S11 phones for sure. This has just been found by a user, and if true, it is really exciting for those phones. So as we know, the Galaxy S11 is near, just a few months now. And over the recent weeks, Samsung has been releasing more and more updates to the OneUI beta software that it will be releasing along with the Galaxy S11 phones. We've already found code in the software that links upcoming Samsung phones to high megapixel cameras, bigger screens too with taller aspect ratios. This is all found in the OneUI beta code. Well, now out from Korea, yet another update that Samsung pushed recently, and it points to the use of high refresh rate displays. This is the one we've been waiting for confirmation on this, but what refresh rate is Samsung going to use? The current crop of Samsung flagship phones all use 60 Hz refresh rates. OnePlus was really the first brand to bring that 90 Hz refresh rate into a mainstream type of phone. That went down so well at OnePlus. That was without a doubt the best selling point of that phone. It's what everyone talked about, and overall everyone said it was an amazing step forward. But there are also 120 Hz refresh rate displays that are being used in phones right now. These typically have been reserved for very specialist types of phones, mostly gaming phones. Up until now, 120 Hz just simply wasn't needed in mainstream phones. On the ROG phone, you can switch between 60 Hz, 90 Hz, and the 120 Hz option. The higher the refresh rate, the smoother the experience you get using the phone. The number of Hertz is the amount of time that the screen refreshes a new picture per second. So 60 Hz is 60 images a second, 90 Hz, 90 images a second, and 120 Hz, 120 images per second. The more frames and images you have per second, the smoother the experience you get when you use the phone. Gameplay, of course, but in general usage too, everything appears much smoother. You can also see animations when you open apps in much more detail, and it appears to be a much smoother experience overall. So how about the Galaxy S11? Well, details in the code showed that upcoming Samsung phones will support high refresh rate displays. So will Samsung bring this up to 90 Hz to bring it level with the competition? No way. It looks like Samsung is jumping right in at the deep end and going all out for 120 Hz displays. This means you are going to get the smoothest display experience on an upcoming Samsung phone. In the settings screen, as we can see, there are three options: 60 Hz, 120 Hz, or you can let the phone decide for itself when to switch between those two options. In my opinion, it does seem a little strange that there is no 90 Hz option. It would be a good middle ground between the two, because when you're using the phone normally, you might not want that 120 Hz option, plus it does take up a little bit more battery life. But it looks like Samsung have just jumped in at the deep end and expect users to switch it onto 120 Hz and then just leave it there when they're using the phone. Coupled with the latest M10 screen technology and rumors of a much smaller cutout for the front camera, it looks like Samsung are once again taking their place as offering us the best screens, because in 2019, they got beaten by OnePlus with that 90 Hz refresh rate. So after 120 Hz does become more mainstream, we would like to see more app support for those high refresh rate displays. Subscribe for all the latest tech news and everything to do with Samsung. That's it for now. I'll see you in the next one.